What's happening, guys? Welcome to the video. Welcome to another episode of Quarantine Convos. This one's gonna be a little bit interesting, a little bit different. I saw Chris Bumstead post a video like this. It was like yesterday or the day before, and I was like, that might be cool. That may be a cool video to do. So what it is answering your guys' assumptions about me, what you guys perceive about me, what you think about me, and letting you know if it's true or not. So what I did was post on my Instagram story, submit, your assumptions about me in like the question box, and I wrote them all down, and we're gonna go over them right now. So first one is motivation is your middle name. That was what someone's assumption about me is, and I guess I can kind of see where that's coming from, because I can come off as very like motivated and like push forward and all that kind of stuff. And no, it's Daniel actually. Middle name's Daniel, but I can see where the misunderstanding could come from. The next one is you're upbeat and happy all the time. So I'd say like 75% of the time. The other 25% is like, I'm like, no. So it'd be like 75% of the time I'm like upbeat, happy, I'm good. Then it'd be like 15% of the time I'm like, meh, just kind of like chilling. And then the rest would be like kind of down. So it's a good ratio of like feeling good to not feeling good. So yeah. You've caught them all. I'm gonna assume you're talking Pokemon, and the answer is no. The only time I've ever actually done it was in Pokemon Ruby. I had for the Game Boy Advance, and I'd caught them all. And I think at the time that was like 300 Pokemon that you could catch. Now it's like triple that. I think it's like almost 1,000. So no, as of right now, I haven't caught them all. I'm trying. I really am. I'm playing. Excuse me. I'm playing the Switch, Pokemon Shield, and it's not going good. It's taking a lot longer than ideal, but I've got time. So maybe. You only do bodybuilding for the fitness fame. That's not true at all. I don't know why people would assume that, because like I'm not fitness famous at all. Like not anywhere close. Haven't even cracked the surface. I genuinely love bodybuilding. I'd do it if social media didn't exist at all, if there wasn't any fitness fame that could come with it. I did bodybuilding, like not competitively, but like participated in the act of like training and building your body before Instagram and all that shit even existed. So no, that's not true. You can't get mad at anybody. That's a good one. I would say that like no, it's not true, because I can, but it takes a lot. I'm not a person to hold grudges or get angry or let shit get to me a whole lot. So to actually say like, oh, I'm gonna get mad. Apologize for the little change up right there. Camera might be a little off. Battery died. Lesson number 1 when you're filming YouTube videos, make sure you got a full camera. So anyways, talking about me getting mad, straight up. Takes a lot for me to get mad, like genuinely really upset, really angry. But I'm not someone who's gonna yell or like rage at people. It's just not me. I don't do that. So yes and no. Someone literally just wrote roids in capitals. So I assume you think I take steroids, and no, never have. I don't. No. You're cocky and stuck up. That's one I get quite regularly, especially like when I first moved here. A lot of people just had that kind of perception of me. That's not true. I'm definitely confident, I would say, which can come across as like cocky, but like I'm just very confident in myself and my skill sets for the most part. So I think if people don't know me or don't like perceive that in the proper way, then it can come across as like cocky and stuck up and shit. So I don't know. If you look at it that way, then yes. But if you actually look at it for who I am and what I'm about, then the answer is no. You're quite intelligent. Why, thank you. I like to think I'm pretty smart. I do know a little bit about a lot of things. I definitely know a lot about like fitness and bodybuilding, but I'm into like psychology and like a little bit of history. I'm very much into animals and nature and stuff like that. So I know a little bit about a lot of things. So I can happily have a conversation with a lot of people about random things and not be like out of place, if that makes any sense. So I think I'm pretty smart for the most part. You're a huge nerd deep down. I wouldn't say like huge nerd is the proper term. Like I like Pokemon, and like I still have a little collection of Yu-Gi-Oh cards from when I was a kid that I can't bring to ever get rid of. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat in the background. What are you doing? I lock you in here. Poor guy. But yeah, like as far as like nerd, there's really nothing else that I would classify myself as like nerdy about. Yeah, like I'm not a big like gamer or like comic books and that kind of stuff, like stereotypical like nerd things that people associate with being a nerd, I guess. I don't know, but I wouldn't say I'm like a huge nerd at all. You and your parents are extremely close. Fact. Cat. Hey. Can you see him back there? No. He's gonna try to jump up on that box, I bet, and then he'll fall. Anyways, me and my parents are extremely close, yes. Fact, 100%. I'm an only child, so just me and those two for much of my early life. But 100%, they do anything and everything for me. They love me deeply. I love them deeply. Yeah, very true. We are close. You and Carrie have a perfect relationship. Aw, thank you. For the most part, yeah, I think we do have a very, very good, solid, healthy relationship. Definitely have our ups and downs like most do, but I would say they're very minor compared to what a lot of people put up with. Like our downs are like, I don't know, getting in a little argument about where we're gonna have dinner or something like that. Like it's nothing bad at all. Whereas like obviously other people have much worse things that go on in their relationship. So no, I would say that's accurate. We have a good relationship. It's definitely not perfect, but I don't think any relationship can ever be like perfect. But for both of us, I think for the most part we give each other what we need out of a relationship, and things are good. This is from a friend of mine. Maple syrup can always be found in your dwelling. Points for using dwelling. I like that. That was good. I'm not a big maple syrup guy in all honesty, and that's you stereotyping Canadians because he's American. Cat, hey. Hey. Can you see what he's doing? Look at him. Look at him go. Look at him go. What are you doing? He's such an idiot. What was I talking about? Maple syrup. No, I'm not a big maple syrup guy. Really at all. I think like we might have some, but that's just because we used it once and like never used it again. So it's here, but we don't use it. Your calves are actually one of your best body parts. That's not true at all. My calves are shit. Specifically my right one. Left one's all right, but they're shit, and I don't care for them. So bodybuilder props. You left Belleville because of all the stupid drama and more opportunities came up in Kingston. Partially true. Definitely like Kingston wise. We didn't move here with opportunities presented to us. They kind of unfolded when we moved here. We like moved here with very little concrete stuff going on, in all honesty. We had a place to live. Carrie had like a job lined up. But other than that, it was pretty much flying by the seat of our pants here. But yeah, so I wouldn't say we moved here because of opportunities, but then like a bunch of opportunities came up, like with my work, with me building a clientele and that kind of stuff, growing the business. Definitely was the right move moving to Kingston. For those that don't know, when this question's referring to like stupid drama in Belleville, there was some dumb things that went on with other competitors who didn't like me and, you know, talked a lot of shit. Simple as that. I wouldn't say that was a direct cause of us moving, but in hindsight, I'm glad we moved. I wouldn't say it affected me to the sense that like, oh, I need to move cities, I need to get out of here, this is too much to handle. It was never like that, but definitely being here and not being back in Belleville now it was a smart move to like kind of just wash all that stuff away for sure. You're never depressed or down on yourself. Never is a strong word, so I'm not gonna say never, but I would say like most of the time I'm pretty good. I'm pretty like happy and content. I get the biggest when I get like, I don't like depressed. I don't like using that word. I get down just when I get like, when I feel like I'm stagnant and I'm not moving forward and I'm not pushing forward. Like when the shows got all canceled and I had to call off my prep, like I was down for a little bit. I don't think I was depressed. I think that's an extreme, but I was definitely like, but that's just like, you get that way, right? You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to be upset, which like people like freak out about now. Like you're not allowed to be sad. Like definitely, you can be frustrated and upset and sad about situations. Like you're allowed to be, and I get that way too. I'm not immune to it for sure. So never depressed or down, I don't think is true, but I would say rarely. I'm rarely depressed or down on myself. And the last one, which was a cool one, once you put your mind to something, you're relentless in achieving it. I would say for the most part that is accurate. I definitely am very driven, very goal-oriented. I like to just constantly be progressing forward, whether that's with business or bodybuilding or just life in general. I don't like to feel like I'm just like waiting and like shit's passing me by. I don't like that feeling at all. So yeah, I would say for the most part that's pretty close. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, something different, something a little change up from the usual. I thought it was pretty fun to do and just kind of get some insight into what people actually think about me, which was kind of funny. So for the most part, you guys are pretty close. I think you got me figured out. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.